welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Haley. Welcome to my channel. I do some interesting things here. We do some vlogs, we do some makeup tutorials, we do some paranormal videos. It gets interesting, it gets wild. You might want to stick around. So today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial slash mini review of the Huda Beauty Nude palette. This is absolutely stunning, this palette. I don't want to give away my thoughts on it just yet, but it is a stunning palette. There are so many amazing colors in here, and it really does have a good like shade range. There's some neutrals, there's some really nice pretty cool tones, there's a few warm tones, and there's also some amazing shimmers and glitters. And yeah, so I can't wait to jump into this video. If you guys want to see how I achieved this look right here using this palette right here, then just keep on watching. Alright guys, so let's jump into this makeup tutorial. I'm not 100% sure the look I'm going for yet. I just want to sort of play with the palette and just sort of see kind of what flows. I'm not sure if I'm gonna play with the glitters or what's gonna go down, but I'm gonna go for something I think like romantic and smoky. Yeah, just something along those lines. This sort of gives me romantic vibes, just like that whole like, I don't know, not Valentine's Day kind of look, but like date night look. This is what this reminds me of, so I'm gonna go for something like that. Alright, so after I put my lip balm on, I like to prime my face, so I'm going in with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. I just like to put it all over the skin. And then fill in my pores using the Benefit Porefessional. I feel like I've been having a weird skin like week. I don't know, I'm not really breaking out, but I have a lot of redness and just like a lot of like my acne scarring is really showing. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put a light layer of Tarte Shape Tape Concealer just on my face so that I'm not looking red through my foundation. Even though the Fenty foundation that I'm gonna use, that I literally always use, is really good and full coverage. Not gonna lie, on really basic makeup days, I use this as a foundation, and I feel like lots of people use the Tarte Shape Tape as a foundation just because it is so full coverage. There, so you can see right away that evened out my skin tone a lot, especially on my cheeks. Alright, so now we're going in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. So I'm pretty happy with how this foundation is looking, so I'm going to move on to concealer. And just gonna lightly conceal underneath my eyes, more for brightening purposes and just on the high points of my face. And I think my eyelids are good enough, so we'll just do like the high points of my face. We're gonna set the face using my Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder. I'm just gonna take a big fluffy brush and lightly dust this all over my face. Right, we're gonna move on to bronzer using my usual Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer in the shade Diffused Bronze Light. Oh, it's just so pretty. I literally can't get over this bronzer, you guys. I've been using it for a while now, and it's just my favorite thing on this entire planet. To highlight, I'm gonna go in with my Smashbox Spotlight palette and mix the darker two shades, just because I know this is gonna be a little bit more of a pinky look. Oh, it's so pretty. Personally, I don't mind taking my highlight all the way down to my cheekbone. I know some people are like wary of that because it can obviously make your pores look bigger, which like it totally can, and it totally does make my pores look bigger, but I just find this like sheen all the way down my cheek looks so pretty, and I really like how that looks. And of course I always take my highlight up above my eyebrows and up here too, just because I think that that's another high point of your face, and you can see like here versus there, and it just adds a little bit of subtle glow. And down the bridge of the nose, tip of the nose, cupid's bow, and chin of course, and then I always like to dust whatever is left over on my lids just so they don't look so dry. just gonna do a light dusting with this Nars blush right here. This is a pretty sort of peachy blush. It's kind of more toned down than the usual peach blush, and it's got like a very, very slight sheen to it, so I like it a lot. And now I'm going to quickly fill in my eyebrows. I bought the Anastasia Brow Wiz again just to try it out. I've been really liking my dip brow, but I kind of feel like it's too heavy sometimes, and I had run out of this brow pencil, so I just picked it up again on Boxing Day when I was at Sephora. So I'm just going to quickly fill in my eyebrows, probably off camera because I think this is going to take me quite some time, so I'll see you in a minute. Alright guys, so my eyebrows are on. I also set them in place using the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel as always, and now it's time to go in with the star of the show. So here is the palette like I showed you earlier. It's got a lot of really, really pretty like romantic shades in it, and this shade right here called Concealed is actually a cream concealer, kind of like a MAC paint pot sort of deal. I'm gonna skip over that shade just because I don't really do that with my eyes. I set it with concealer to get rid of my veins, and then I don't really even use eye primer. So I'm just gonna skip over that, although I think it's a really, really neat concept. I'm gonna go straight into the shade Bare, which is this whitish shade, and I'm just gonna cover my entire eyelid with that, all the way from lid to brow. I think from there I'm gonna go into the shade Lace, which is this really pretty purple shade over there, and I'm gonna use the same brush just so it's nice and fluffed out. Ooh, that's very purple. Wow, that's stunning. So I'm focusing the color like down here in the crease, but I'm gonna make sure I'm bringing it all the way into my inner corner as well, and then blending it upwards all the way up to the brow, just when I have less product on my brush. Yeah, so I'm really liking this color so far for a transition. I think it's really pretty, especially since I'm going for like a pinky purpley, sort of like mauvey, whatever you want to call it, sort of smoky eye. It's really pretty. So I think next, to deepen up the crease, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, and it's called Tease. It's another pretty like purpley sort of shade. Just gonna focus this right on the crease and not any higher. Oh, see, right away that makes a big difference. So right away I'm noticing that these eyeshadows blend really, really effortlessly. So you can see this right here has a ton more dimension than this eye right here. Although this would be nice for like a nice soft like everyday look with just mascara. I think it would be really pretty. Another thing I really like about this palette too is that it has a lot of neutral shades as well. There's a couple shades in here that can sort of transform any look into like a more neutral look, if that makes sense. These two shades right here, Secret and Raw, these ones right here, really, really turn any look into like a more neutral look, which is really good because I find with a lot of palettes these days there's lots of color, and that's great, but not a lot of ways to make them wearable, because like the average person isn't gonna wear bright colors or like smoky eyes on a day-to-day basis. Makeup is targeted for like makeup artists and people who love makeup and beauty and stuff, but honestly there's gonna be random people that just want to buy something because it's good quality, and they may not necessarily know a lot about makeup or not have the time to play with it as much, and so it's good to have neutral shades in a palette so that they can like, they have the choice of whether or not they want to make something super bold. I'm just gonna go back in with that original brush, and I'm gonna use the shade Bare, which is that white shade that we used before, just to sort of soften up the edges. Okay, so we're gonna deepen up the crease just a little bit more on that outer corner, and I've got a couple of options here to deepen up. I could take things down a more neutral route and go with this shade right here, but I think I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, which is called Love Bite. It's a really beautiful, like dark purple. Oh yeah, that's stunning. So another thing that I really like about these shadows too is that they're definitely pigmented, and there's definitely a lot coming off. Guys, I just dropped this palette and look what happened to the shade Crave. There's like a line through it. That's so depressing. But anyways, what I was trying to say is, I don't know if you can see when you like tap on it, but there's like some kickback, but it's not a whole lot. These eyeshadows are definitely pigmented, but they're not like so pigmented that they're difficult to blend or like hard to work with. Like, I wouldn't consider myself like a makeup artist. I'm definitely not super experienced. I've only been doing it for a few years, and you know, I really only do it on myself, but that's what I think is really good about these shadows, is that they're good for like the average person just to play with and not feel like overwhelmed or feel like they're too hard to work with. Like, just look how well that's blending. I've literally been blending for like no time at all, and it's already like so seamless. I am gonna take this lid, I'm gonna take this shade and drag it onto the lid a little bit more. It finishes out that look a little bit more, and my lid doesn't look so orange. I do have the tiniest bit of fallout right here and here, but I think that's okay. We're gonna go in with a pencil brush and just smoke out the lower lash line in a minute, so hopefully that will hide it. I would probably recommend doing your eyes before your foundation, but I just find it so weird to do my eye makeup before my foundation because my skin's so gross. So I just don't like to do it, but I would definitely highly recommend that if you are a person who can handle doing that. Okay, so I'm gonna take a shimmer on the lid. I'm not gonna use a glitter today, but I'm definitely gonna take a shimmer. So these are the swatches right here. I think I'm gonna go in with that gold shade. That's the shade Crave, the one that I dropped and ruined. So we're just gonna take it on a MAC 242 brush. Let it dry for a second and then pack it on the lid. Wow. Oh my god, that's stunning. So I'm just using packing motions and patting motions to put it on. Oh my gosh, you guys, that is so stunning. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited right now. Okay, cool. Dip into the shade Crave and spray it and pack it on. Yeah, this is stunning, you guys. It's so beautiful, especially with these like cranberry purpley shades. Absolutely stunning. So taking my original brush and no additional product, we're just gonna blend everything out. I'm gonna take a little bit more of that Love Bite shade and just touch up the outer corners just so it's really nice and dimensional. I'm actually gonna go in with a pencil brush to do this. This is the Morphe E18 brush, the pointy one, and I'm gonna use that shade Love Bite right on the outer corners. Just carving out that crease a little bit more and going back in with a fluffy brush to blend that out a little bit. No additional product, just blending. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in with another pencil brush, and I'm, as usual, just basically going to do all of the shades that I did on my upper lid on my lower lash line in reverse. So I'm gonna start with the darkest shade. Right in the lashes. Actually, I don't think I need anything else on the lower lash line. I think that just ties it all in really nicely, just because they blend so beautifully. So I think I'm gonna go back in with my MAC 242 brush and just put a little bit of that gold shade right here. Ooh, that is stunning, you guys. I don't know if the camera's picking it up as much as it is in person, but it is stunning. Oh my gosh. And now, just to finish everything off, I'm gonna go back into my Holmes palette, and I'm just gonna take the very lightest highlighting shade and highlight the inner corner and the brow bone. Now to spray my face, and then I'm gonna apply mascara, and then we'll be done. All right, no lashes today, of course, as usual, but I am going in with my Lancome Monseuir Big Mascara. I always get questions, like literally every day, about what mascara I use, and this is the one right here. Lancome Monseuir Big. Monseuir Big, I don't know, I'm not French. We're going in with Candy K. Okay, you guys, I love this. Alright, you guys, so this is the completed look using the Huda Beauty Nudes palette. I think I went a little crazy on the highlight today, but you know what? It's okay, we're rolling with it. I love it. I love highlight. I love a good glow. I love dewy looking skin, and I just think this look is absolutely stunning, especially the eyes. Like, oh, I definitely need to play with purples a little bit more, and I feel like this palette will definitely help me get into that, which is great. So that is it for today's video, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss when I upload. Please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you join the family, and with that being said, thank you so much for spending a few minutes of your day hanging out and chatting with me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!